By the end of this lesson, learners will be able to understand and use collocations with pay and money correctly.
Hi everyone! Today we're going to learn some useful collocations with pay and money. These phrases will help you sound more natural when talking about financial situations. Let's start by looking at the definition of collocation. What is a collocation? A collocation is a combination of words that are commonly used together in a natural sounding way. These word pairs or group of words often go together in a language because they are frequently used in that specific combination.
Now let's look at some collocations with pay and money and their definitions. First, let's talk about borrowing and owing money. If you borrow money, you take money and promise to pay it back later. But if you owe money, it means you already borrowed it and need to return it. For example, I borrowed money from my friend last week. Now I owe her 5 reals. Now let's talk about losing and making money. If you lose money, you have less money than before. If you make money, you earn money from a job or investment. For example, she lost money on a bad business deal, but her new company is making money now. Next, let's look at ways we use money. If you spend money, you give money as a payment. If you save money, you keep it for the future. And if you raise money, you collect it for charity or a special cause. For example, we are raising money for a new school project, so I'm saving money instead of spending it on coffee. Now let's talk about payments. If you pay in cash, you use physical money instead of a credit card. If you pay a fine, you give money because you broke a rule. For example, he paid a fine for parking in the wrong place, but paid in cash instead of using the card.
Now let's practice. In this activity, you're going to match each collocation with its correct meaning. You can pause the recording, complete the exercise, and then come back and check your answers. In this activity, you're going to fill in the gaps using the correct collocations from the list below. Raise money, borrow money, pay a fine, save money, make money. You can pause the recording, fill in the gaps, and then come back and check your answers.